Hello YouTube and welcome to Project Zomboid. The new game in the series I'm going to try out. Here are some of the mods that I start out with. I'm going to go pretty fast. I will talk about the mods as we get them. It's mostly vehicles, a weapon armory mod. I'm going to do custom sandbox starting in Rosewood. I have a little bit of settings tweaked. Low zombie count, no respawn, because it's literally my first time actually giving this game a full go. I'm going with the lumberjack, thin skin, slow reader, cat eye, and for the bonuses, cat eyes, dexterous, light reader, light eater, low thirst, and wakeful. And this small little character I made for myself. Like I said, this is my first character, so I'm going to do low pop. I tried doing normal. I die so fast, and I get so frustrated because the controls are a little wonky. You'll see where I start to fumble here and there and almost die a few times, but we will get there. I start off by looting the house that you spawn in. The good thing is 99% of the time there's no zombies. There might be one in the basement if your house spawns with one. So, head upstairs, yank the curtains off, made a sling out of a sheet, kind of like a makeshift backpack. I know that was, I believe that was just added in build 42, which is actually really helpful early game. So just digging through the cabinets, found some rubber gloves, a little bit more protection between getting bit and scratched on my arms and my hands, so definitely going to wear those. Basement is just, that is a messy basement. Still loot the house. Found a scythe. This is gardening. It's not a weapon. It'd be freaking wicked if that was a weapon, but it's not. So we're gonna head out, see if we can get into the garage. You know, being on 3x that this footage is, it definitely looks like you're having a good time with the building, but it's just because it's on 3x. My first victim, unsuspecting zombie leaning against, and that is a huge find. A generator this early on. It's the red one. There's a gold one, a blue one. That's a gold one. I think is the best. Red. Then there's a blue, and then there's like a makeshift homemade one. We found the red one. We'll be back for that later, but they're heavy, really heavy. So we need a vehicle or trailer, a vehicle and trailer, and we'll go from there. Just kind of clean out the area. Still trying to make love to the garage. I saw one coming. Oh, now there's two. So right now I'm pretty much just pushing because I have zero weaponry, not even a handheld. So I just got to push it over and step on it. And the zombie's health is also put to fragile, just so I can easily put them down. Still trying to learn the game. Didn't even get to the crafting. Found my first mechanic skill. 2 book, so at least I have that. We'll come back for it. Making note as we go. I saw that window was broken. There's a zombie there. Push her down. Take care of her. One's coming around, and I'm looting it as it's walking towards me. Push her down. Take care of her. Another screwdriver. And take her key. And then I go exploring. I think I found a car key. Go over, check it out. Cars, bingo fuel, engines seen better days. But yeah, nothing worthwhile. Found an ambulance, which is just insane. A trauma bag that is really up there. I know the big hiking bag I think is the best one you can find, but a trauma bag is just as good for right now. Take care of her, find another key. The residence, drop the bag on the sling on the floor, transfer the stuff, and then I grab the sheet, unfold it, and I rip it to shreds so I have something to heal or wrap around if I do happen to get a scratch. So we head back over to the house and see what we can find. Nothing much. I am going to take the pen though, because in order to do markings on the world map, you actually do need a pen or pencil. And to do different colors, you need different colored pens or crayons, which is almost too realistic, but I love it. Now I'm going to turn the stove on, turn the settings up to 500 so it cooks a little faster, and cook some mutton chops as I loot the rest of the house. Definitely going to turn off the radio just so it doesn't alert nobody where I'm at, even though they pretty much know about the dead bodies. Go out. Since I have the residence key, I can get in. I can steal the, well, acquire an empty gas can and mechanic's skill book for later, which much later. And then you see me here marking, putting a Jenny label to know that this house has a generator for me to pick up later. Head down the street first, door's locked. Jump into the house. And rinse and repeat. Just loot and clean this stuff up. Move on to the next house. Very interesting color scheme. Purple walls with purple floor. That is a lot of purple. With the red fridge and stove and stuff. Definitely going to take note where this is. I can always pick those up later if I want to actually make my own base. If I survive that long, that is. Found a car battery. Definitely take note for that. Box of screws. More screws. Everything I'm going to need to keep track of. Good thing I'm recording it. If I need any of this stuff to repair or to build something. I decided to hop the fences and go back up and loot the buildings that instead of going down the street, I'll go up. And boom, I find a gold generator, which is amazing. This car was open. I was able to get into it. No key, though. So I'll have to scratch it and move on. A lot of this game requires on E, the letter E. You hold E to open. You hold E to jump a fence. You tap E to do this. Tap E, 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 E. I know that you could change your keybinds, but yeah. Put one there, put one there. Delete that, move that over so I have 2 generators to pick up at a later date. Definitely want to try to pick up any light objects, bandits, band-aids, alcohol wipes, as much as you can. Because, heck, a fence or... I don't think trees... There was an update, trees don't scratch you anymore. Because they used to rip you to shreds. But any little tiny, like, fumble, if you're running, if you're sprinting, definitely could turn that stuff off. Another red fridge and a stove to find. Box of batteries, a field hockey stick. I'm surprised I didn't take that. That's a 2-hander. And this woman's kind of just looking. Kind of look around and I just leave her and go upstairs to clear the upstairs. And here you see me pushing on the doors. You want to push on the doors because I'll wake up any zombies if they're not deaf. Because there can be deaf zombies in Build 42. You can honk, you can do everything. They will not react to noise. And I come down, the window's broke, but I don't see the zombie, so I just bail out the back. Now here's my first almost scruffle with the controls. As you see, the footage will slow down here. And you see I moved my mouse and he swung into air, and then it's in a full panic, hitting spacebar, shoving. I think if the duffel bag wasn't on my back, I would have been bit there. And this run would have been over. And I would have to start over and you never would have knew what happened. Like even at low pop, yes, my skill level is... I'm learning. It still gets a little trifle, and I still get fub up with the controls. So many other games you can backpedal while doing other stuff with your mouse. This, the second you hold control and put yourself into combat, you your guy's eyesight is locked to your mouse, and that bothers me and screws me over sometimes. Another empty gas can. Not a bad find. A welder's mask. I contemplate it. It does offer a lot of bite resistance, but it destroys your field of vision. As you see, there's a cone in front of me. That's my field of vision. And when you don't have that, when you put that on, it kind of just makes it a straight line in front of you, which makes sense. It's a welder's mask, but very dangerous. I'm just taking mental notes of the welding rods. I found a Carpentry 4 book, and flyers. Flyers I'm taking because in the corner of a flyer, there's a map icon that shows you the location. Kind of reveal the map as I go. Almost very pristine station wagon there. I have to take notice the broken windows, so I kind of crouch and go on a little bit of high alert just to make sure nothing is in my way. I found a heavy duty flashlight. I probably will go back for that later, but I do acquire a flashlight later on. I already have it. There, I'm checking doors. Nothing much in value in the upper floors. I know there was noise and banging, so I just didn't even check those other 2 rooms. I'm just bailing. Looked at I can siphon gas. Take a look under the hood. This car is like pristine. Very, very good. Head across the way. I noticed the stuff in the parking lot, so I try to just stay quiet and avoid them for right now. Really dumb of me to just stand in the middle of nowhere and open up my map. Could be a fundle. I noticed there's some people who were following me, so I kind of hightail it and run right into these people. I do like it with the zombies on Fragile, because it actually feels like a zombie. And we've run into one of the small events of you find prisoners with duffel bags, like they just escaped. So then I hop over, saw this guy, try to jump on him before he steps up, succeed, chuck it down. I see them pouring out of the windows. I'm like, all right, time to look. Here's another part where it almost screws me over. You see that one that actually swipes up my feet and makes my guy stumble backwards. If the fence wasn't there to catch my fall, I would have fell over and his friend would have come over and bit and killed me. And so, definitely got to watch. It's all about timing. You got to hit right as they're still in the animation of curving down and it turns green. Gotta have that melee highlight on. It matters so much. This one I tried to just stab the crap out of it and it didn't work too well. But yeah, you gotta watch. If they land, they can do the swipe and make you stumble and fall backwards. Doing the hop defense technique is a very good way to deal with zombies because they have that moment of vulnerability. It gets repetitive really fast. I open the door to let her in just to not break it and not be making noise. Her banging will actually attract more zombies, so I try not to. Definitely gotta make sure you turn the lights on. If you come into a dark room, look for a little orange light. You can see that one there. That is the light switch. Now, come up here, I sit there for a second because I thought I heard something. I come down. This basement's really not eventful. And I see the other guy there with the duffel bag. Fill up my water bottle, which if you can find a bleach bottle, don't drink it. A quick way to a restart, but you could pour out the bleach and fill it up with water, and then any water bottle that has water in it, well, your character will automatically drink from as you're traveling. Yes, I have the low thirst, but I still have one on me just because. And here I go, equipped into flashlight, into my secondary, the screwdriver, still my primary weapon source. And try to explore the neighborhood as it sits. I'm like, alright, I'm getting close to the big parking lot, whatever it is over there. So you're going to start getting a little bit of a filter of other zombies. These kind of go off without a hitch. No real problem. I'm grabbing all the digital watches, even though I have one on my wrist. Which is cool. If you just find an analog, you just get the time. But the digital gives you the date and the temperature. I'm grabbing them to disassemble them for later on electronics. It's my first time playing it, but I've been watching a lot of 100-day challenges, so I've been picking up on tips and tricks, I guess you can say. Do a quick scan, because I only have what the flashlight can see. This guy is just sitting against the wall, sneak up on him, take care of him. Eat something, still need something to eat. Chuck the thing on the floor, and the truck's open and it has the key in the glove box, but try as I might, won't start. Out of fuel. I go over to this one, same thing. And the cool thing is the key works for both of these style vehicles, which is nice. They're both the same color. Keys normally have a tag on them for a different color, so that kind of works. Now here, I am trying to see if I can siphon any type of fuel out of these vehicles, and I'm like, oh wait, you got to put the gas can in your offhand. So here I am again, and I'm like, oh, okay, this has nothing. So let me run back over here, see what happens. Try it again. Okay, she's out. She's out of fuel. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I remembered, but I'm going to put my flashlight back on, about this pristine station wagon down here. So I go around and around looking for, and eventually it finally pops me the menu to siphon fuel. And I am pushing my weight over by 0.42. Add some gasoline to the truck, and we are moving. We are up and moving. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can't get to the trunk while in the car. Makes perfect sense. I go to the bed of the truck, see all the stuff, chuck all the stuff out that I don't think I'm going to need. And then it's empty my inventory to free up stuff. I'm not going to use the gun just yet. I do plan on becoming a gun user when I find good ones, that is. A lot of inventory. Really got to empty out that trauma bag. Put the gas can in the back. Check it out. Leaving some food. So then I go down again to see if I can siphon more fuel. I'm like, oh, wait, you gotta put it in your offhand. So realistic. Siphon gas. I get barely anything out of it, so this car was not exactly stacked with fuel. And we are off and moving. We got a vehicle. That is literally a big milestone. I don't understand my reasoning for this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did go back for like the welding rods, and I don't understand the massive frame rate drop. OBS was not liking me for some reason. And then we go back. Yeah, I don't know what happened to OBS there. It's just did not like me in that building. I'm like, all right, where do I gotta go for that, Jenny? Eat some bologna or bologna, or however you want to pronounce it or say. Head down. I'm like, yeah, definitely want to pick up at least one of those generators. I'm like, all right, I'll park here so it's not a tight space. I don't get swarmed. Shoot down. I'm like, ooh, empty. You can never go wrong with another empty gas tank. Take it, instantly overweight. I'm like, all right, chuck it, get it out of my inventory. And that really puts the truck up to 60 out of 100, which is... Then I'm like, oh crap, I don't have my screwdriver equipped. A little bit of a panic there. I'm like, alright, there I am again, being not the smartest, and just looking at my map in the middle of the street. I know you can do the little exploit and pause the game and open your map up, but back to bushes for some odd reason. I'm like, alright, I'll go up and get this other generator. I didn't realize what my truck weight was at already, so hop in. I really think about the sheets. I will, next time we play, I'm going to go back and get the generator and pick up those steel sheets. I'm like, oh crap, we can't put it in there. And if you're over encumbered in this game, your guy actually takes damage, which makes a lot of freaking sense because you have immense weight. So there I am comparing the generators. I didn't understand the ranking of generators at the time of recording this video. So then our digital watch. Take some fuel out of the little car. And I try, it's not letting me put the fuel in because the generator's in my way of the trigger. So I'm like, you know what? Just put it in the back. We'll just move on. Go for a little ride, explore. I have so many houses to loot. And I'm like, oh, okay, Main Street, seeing a decent amount of zombies. And then I spy it. There is a Mustang. As one of the mods that I put on. I'm really looking at that cop car. But I'm like, yeah, I just go around and back in the building to reveal it in the map. Really looking at that cop car. And that Mustang. Maybe you'll have to take a look at them, but I noticed that zombies are a little intense. Picking up the congestion. The firehouse I also want to take note and come back to. I want a fire axe, and I want a fireman's outfit. They are really good, really warm, but really good for protection. I'm like, oh, I know this bite, the construction site. Now here I go, fumbling with the controls again. Actually scratches me. And look, like, I'm trying to spin around, but he's so close that I'm not. So I had to run away, and I'm still, look at, everything's just blending, and I'm swiping, and I'm going through each other. And then I just take a breather and take him down. Really frustrating. Disinfect it, bandage it, hope for the best that it doesn't end the run. I'm like, alright, let me grab the truck. And then you're going to see a player argue with a fence. I park it here to try to stop them from jumping over just in case. And I'm like, okay, and I lock myself out. And I jump over the fence, and I just... The hitbox to close it was not liking me. I'm like, alright, so I'm in this construction zone. Nice high fence. Beautiful place just to chill, relax. I survey it. I see one in the bathroom. I'm like, you know, let me just go in there and be the offenser instead of on defense. Take them out so this building's clean. Looking over, found a magazine for a skill. Fill up my water just to make sure it's all good. Look for that. Not eating dead mouse. Not doing it. Go over, taking a look around, seeing if I see anything through the windows. Hop in and survey and loot the place. And here I find a whole box full of level 1 skill books. Very, very good. Might have to spend some time and read that stuff at the beginning of the next recording. So I'm like, alright, this is pretty clean. Check out this truck, which looks pretty damn cool. Didn't find the key anywhere. Very unfortunate. There's probably a zombie out in the other area that I'm not seeing that has the key. Might have the key. Might not have the key. I don't know. Didn't find it anywhere. So I pull the truck up and just really start cleaning it out. Looking for the next loot run. Try to put the generator over. Nope, I just dropped it. Hopefully it's there on the other side. I don't see it. I don't know if it went back in the truck or not, but here I am just really trying to organize it, putting all the skill books in that box. The box only holds a weight of 10, so I can't really do that much, but it's enough to hold what I have. Just trying to separate stuff. And while the power and water is still on, I throw the food that is fresh into the refrigerator and just keep cleaning out the truck, hoping for the best. I'm like, oh yeah, here's all the fresh food. Chuck it over into the fridge. And that is Project Zomboid, episode 1. Thank you all so much for watching.